Hello there and welcome to Black Jackal Gaming. Let's take a look at some of the recent up and coming miniature reveals for 10th edition of 40k. There's been a couple of characters fully revealed as well as a whole new Terminator squad. The Lion, Primarch of the Angels of Caliban, no longer slumbers. Yes, we finally have seen the return of the Lion L. Johnson to the 40k tabletop setting. He will no doubt fill the Lord of War role and be fairly similar to Rebute Gilliman. Expect him to buff units around him with multiple different auras. There are 2 Watchers in the Dark accompanying him, so expect a spicy rule or 2 to include them. Now Cypher still has the Lion Sword, so he will be equipped with a new sword named Fealty. I expect this to be mastercrafted, a relic blade, and come with the usual assortment of buffs. He also carries the Emperor's Shield, so he will be pretty difficult to remove from the battlefield, especially when in combat. GW has not announced what sidearm he carries, but I expect this to be a relic pistol of some type. The Terminator squad has been remodelled with a whole new scale. They are now larger than a Primaris Intercessor and look more to scale with how you would expect them to be. No longer do they look like they've skipped leg day. From the reveal it looks like they are your standard Terminator, armed with a Power Fist and Combi Bolter. The Sergeant can be armed with a Power Sword. One model will be able to upgrade the Combi Bolter to an Assault Cannon. No other details have been released for any other upgrades, including if you can model them with Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. These Terminators can either be Firstborn or Primaris, which might lead to some interesting rule interactions for 10th edition. We have been given a whole new Captain in Terminator armour. Again, he has been true scaled and be taken as a Firstborn or Primaris Marine. He is equipped with the standard Captain loadout and mastercrafted Power Sword and Storm Bolter. Hopefully the kit comes with other options for him to take, such as Thunder Hammers. The trailer showed off another Lieutenant, this time in Phobos armour. He looked awfully similar to the current Phobos options, but this model was equipped with the new Combi Bolter, looking like it had an underslung flamer. He was pretty lethal with his combat blades, so hopefully they will get a buff for 10th edition, as they were pretty blunt and useless in 9th. I'm hoping they release the model as a multi-part kit and start bringing all the different variants together, as there isn't really much of a reason for the slightly different HQ choices to be sold completely separately. The final new HQ choice was the Librarian and Terminator armour. I've always been a fan of the chunky HQ choices, especially for the Librarian, so it's good to see that they've finally been kitted out with the new Terminator armour. He was equipped with the standard Psychic Hood, but has traded out his Force Sword for a Force Axe. We were shown a whole load of new elite units. With Force Organisation charts disappearing, I'm going to group everything together as an elite. First up, we have a Primaris Flamer unit. This will be similar to the current Hellblaster unit, so expect it to have a similar name such as Pyroblasters. I expect that they will have the option to upgrade one of the models to a Heavy Flamer. If they were coming out at 9th, then they would probably have 3 different variants of Flamers, such as the bolters and plasma guns, but hopefully 10th combines them all into one profile. Flamers outside of demons were pretty weak in 9th, so maybe we'll see a change to how they operate in 10th, or maybe GW just wanted a cool new unit and didn't care if it was any good. It wouldn't be the first time they've done that. We have an Apothecary unit, this time sporting Gravis armour. This would be appreciated for the chunkier chapters, such as Salamanders and Iron Hands. He's likely to have the same loadout and rules as the standard Primaris Apothecary, just with a better defensive stat line. It looks like we're getting either an updated Veteran Intercessors unit, or possibly the Stern Guard veterans have crossed the Rubicon. They look to be equipped with Combi Bolters, sporting underslung Flamers. As we have a new Elite Flamer unit, I expect that there will be a couple of options to pair with the Bolter. We saw another Primaris Ancient. I think we're on 3 Primaris Ancients now, not including the Blade Guard version. Hopefully this is just to bring together all 3 variants onto one sprue, as they all have very minor changes in loadout and not really enough to justify having separate datasheets. Hopefully they also roll the Blade Guard Ancient into this unit. Last and by no means least, we have another Redemptor variant. This one looks to be more of a range variant and looks very similar to the original box Dreadnought or the Venerable version. It's equipped with a twin-linked las cannon and missile pods. Hopefully it comes with the option of including different weapons such as grav cannons and multi-motors. With the Combat Redemptor recently being unveiled, it was good to see that they've given us a range option as well. Like with a couple of the other models, I'm hoping that they pull them all together in the same kit, like they do with the Gladiator tank variants and some of the troop choices. This will help bring down GW's costs and offer more flexibility to gamers. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, then pop them below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button as it greatly helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button to see any future Warhammer content. Take it easy and see you next time for more grim darkness from the 41st millennium.